Salam everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to check out a massive case collection for the brand new Z Fold 4 and the Z Flip 4. This is TK, let's check them out. Like and subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified whenever we have new videos on the channel. So here we have all the cases. In front of us is the original Samsung case. This is for the Z Fold 4. We have the Whitestone dome glass cases, both clear, as well as basically the standard cover for the 4 and the 4, the Flip and the Fold. I have one case here from VRS Design, and this is going to be the one compatible with the Z Flip 4. And of course, we have 3 Spigen cases, and of course, one for the Z Fold, Z Flip, and 2 for the Z Folds available there. Then we also have a couple of protective cases, Z Flip, Z Fold, and of course, this one is a very unique one. It offers us the ability of covering the entire camera modules in the back. For the first cases that we're looking at today, this one is for the Z Flip 4 and this one is for the Z Fold 4. One thing to keep in mind is that Whitestone, the maker of these cases, also makes glass protectors for these devices that you're able to pick up for yourself. Make sure you check out that video that's going to be coming up on the channel very soon. So here we have it. We have a couple of adhesive strips here, or the adhesive that needed for us to be able to adhere the case itself on the Z Fold 4. As you always know, these are actually just clamped on. So overall, you just have to put it on the device, put it in, clamp it in, and it pretty much covers the front. The back one also kind of works the exact same way. Snap it on, and overall you get the nice opening here on the side. Helps us open up and close the Z Fold 4 very nicely. Provide us protection all around the display. Now there is no protection here on the inside, but when we have it fully opened, it does actually cover the back entirely very nicely. The adhesive that they provide us here is very simply just used to be able to adhere this material onto the device so that it doesn't slip off. But overall, actually, we're using it for the last day. It actually been fitting pretty nicely. It's one of my favorite designs. Simple and easy to use. Now, as far as the one we have for the Z Flip 4, it also has a couple of pieces of adhesive that are present right there that we're able to basically remove and make sure that it adheres to the back of our device. One thing I will say that my Z Flip 4 still hasn't showed up yet, so I'm using the Z Flip 3. And surprisingly, the Z Flip 3, which is a little bit different than the Z Fold 4, did not actually change sizes. So all the accessories and cases that you've used for the Z Flip 3 are actually going to work on the Z Flip 4 very nicely. The clamp itself comes with a nice little ring, so in case you want to put it around your belt clip, it does actually open up and very simply just puts in, so you can clip it in there. And of course, provides us protection, and we get the name here for Whitestone dome glass. And of course, they also include an adhesive piece of adhesive for us to be able to make sure that it stays on. Very nice, very easy, and of course, hangs very nicely, and wireless charging works perfectly. So the next few cases are called protective case. That's the brand of the actual product. They make a case obviously for the Z Flip 4, the Z Fold 4, and now this is the one that intrigued me the most, and that's because it actually provides us a cover or an actual case cover for the camera modules on the back. So if you want to use it, you use it. If you don't, you cover it and your device is actually protected. So let's go ahead and start with this one. Now the nice thing, of course, it also does include a glass protector for the front cover of the device, not the inside. So this is something you'll be able to install. They provide us with the clean cloth and the sticky pad to be able to make sure that the glass is clean. And of course, it's a simple installation on your device. But first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and just put this on. Clamps on pretty much the same as most of them. And you just need to make sure to use the adhesive to be able to make sure that it stays on correctly. Putting this on the side, snap on, and it looks really nice. Of course, closing it provide us that very interesting experience here that now we actually have the device, when we have it open all the way, covered and closed, and if I need to use it, I can slide it open, I can close it. It's a nice little security feature, although it may not be for everybody's taste, but it definitely looks nice. We have an opening here for the fingerprint sensor, the volume rocker, of course, the opening at the top with the speaker, the microphones, and on the bottom, of course, we have access to the charging port and the opening for the secondary speaker. Very nice, very clean, and of course, you do need to adhere it, and it does have a nice little flush configuration here, and the glass protector will cover the external display, not the internal one. Now, the second case we're taking a look at here provides us the ability of having a nice little kickstand for our case, so it's definitely very nice. The kickstand puts in here. It also comes with a removable, so this is a detachable S Pen holder. It does not come with the S Pen, but you're easily able to actually attach this on, put this inside, and of course now this also has protection for the sides of our Z Fold 4. Now, as far as the front, this also comes with a protector, a glass protector that's built into it, so it's definitely very nice. Since we don't have a fingerprint sensor or any actual basically interface other than just touch, so since there's no pen input, this should actually work pretty nicely. It's easy, just remove the cover from both the front and on the back, and at this point all you have to do is basically slide your phone in, and of course it works just the same way. Putting your case here on the back works the exact same way, and because it has an opening on the back, when you open the case, so when we open it up all the way, this becomes a little bit of a grip. So now when I'm holding my phone, I'm actually able to hold it sideways like this, unlock it, access it, and be able to use it. And if I don't want to use it this way, I can close it. I can pull out the S Pen here if I have the S Pen with us. And if I don't need this, I can just slide it off, and now it becomes just a standard case with a glass protector. Of course, the overall experience here, as you can see, even with the secondary tape, it works perfectly. There's no issue. And this is going to be a really nice option. Opening for everything, wireless charging should work. Although with the kickstand here, because this is a nice option now, I'll be able to basically use it to station it down to watch content with it this way, or even the other way. Now, if you want to be able to be really adventurous, you can set the device to stand up very much upright in this position. Very nice, very functional, very easy to use. Case protector, pen input, glass protector, and a kickstand all in one. And of course, that nice carbon fiber look on the back. Very nice protection. I definitely like this one the most, as this seems to be the most functional one. Again, built-in glass protector, you can't ask for more. Now, the one for the Z Flip 4 is actually very nice. It has this nice expandable material on the back to protect the hinge mechanism. We also do have a glass protector that's covering both around, the cameras are open, but around the display, it's actually very nice. There's an opening for the LED flash. Again, I'm using my Z Flip 3 since my Z Flip 4 still hasn't been delivered, but it's exactly the same. This case is made for the Z Flip 4, but as you can see, it still fits on the Z Flip 3. Very nice, and of course when we close it, works really good, and this ends up being a nice little protection for the hinge mechanism. So this is very similar to the one with the S Pen that we saw here from them. Carbon fiber material, very nice, very rigid, and looks really good. And of course, opening it up, now I do recommend you obviously using the adhesive tape that they provide us in the package, and those will help us actually make sure that it does not slide off. So there is some adhesive and cleaning material, but otherwise, close it, use it, charge it. Looks really good. Everything is open, access to the ports on the sides and of course on the top. And you can see definitely here we have we can still access the interface here even though we have the tape on top of it, but it provides us the protection and a great look. So these three cases are from Spigen. This is the Slim Armor Pro, the Thin Fit, and of course the Tough Armor for the Flip 4. All three obviously provide us different experiences with an S Pen with a cover on the side, as well as good protection for the Z Flip 4. So with this set, we're going to actually start off with the Z Flip 4. Again, what we're using here essentially is a case that provides us a protection on the actual backing here. So it's very nice. Now they do include the adhesive tape, so you use this to make sure to adhere it so that it does not slip off. But for an installation, a simple installation, you can just go ahead and snap it on one side, snap it on the other side, connect it straight in. When it's open, it's flat, it's nice and covered. When it's closed, it has this nice protection. And of course, we have opening for the case, well, for the display, so you're able to access it, use everything, the cameras, the dual tone LED flash, access to the fingerprint scanner, volume rocker, speakers at the bottom, and of course, all of the other stuff is pretty standard over there. The one thing I will say, this is more of a smooth material, not slippery, but definitely a smooth configuration. And when you open it up, again, if you have the adhesive set up correctly, this should be the way it opens, no issue. And of course, closing it very simply, and it's protected. Now for the Z Flip 4, we have two cases. We have the one that also includes an S Pen holder. Again, it does not include an S Pen, it just has the holder for it. So we'll go ahead and configure it here, put it on. Now the S Pen holder here is sitting to the front of the phone. So meaning this is sitting not normally where we see it in the back. So when we configure it, close it, and close it from the top here and on the back, we'll see that the design here decided to go with an S Pen holder on the front, meaning when I open the device with the case, the S Pen is sitting on my left. So it's slightly different than what we typically see. Most S Pen holders on cases are sitting in the back, around the cover in the back, which more than likely is something that we've seen before, but I feel like this is something that makes sense. If I'm ready to use this with an S Pen, I pick out the S Pen, open it up, and I'm ready to use it here. And when I'm done, I close it, put the S Pen, it's ready to go. Protects the device, provides us a little bit of a raised lip here, some footings here, and of course when we have it fully opened, it actually does cover all the way. It does not provide the cover though for the mechanism or the hinge on the back. That's something that is included with the other case that we're going to look at just a second from here, and this one is obviously the Slim Armor Pro. Opening for everything, wireless charging is going to work great, and of course, even though it's smooth, it's not a slippery material, so it looks nice, gives us the functionality, and again, holds the S Pen very nicely. And of course, can't forget the fact that they also do provide us with the adhesive tape so that it makes sure that it does not fall down, as well as the instructions on how to install it. Now, the last case we're going to take a look here from Spigen is actually a really good case. This is one of their most famous ones. It's a two-piece case. First piece goes to the back, and of course, provide us protection as well as to the hinge mechanism. So you take it in, you open it up, you slide down just a little bit on the front here so that it actually clamps in. And then once you have the device in, just push it all the way in so that it doesn't slide anymore. You can see here, definitely provides the protection that you want. And this will cover the front. So you just put it on one side, other, remove the adhesive that's already in there, and of course, now you have a full 360 protection to your device on the back, on the side for the hinge, and on the front, and of course access to all the ports. No S Pen configuration here, so you cannot hold an extra pen here, but all the other things here are definitely fine. And of course, once you have it open all the way, again, this works like a little bit of a hinge where you can able to hold the device a little bit better. I like it. It's definitely more functional than some of the other options, but with this case, you definitely have the ability of using your S Pen, get the protection. Here you have a full body protection all the way. And of course, with a glass protector, you're pretty much set. Now, the last two cases are actually unique on their own. The VRS Design one is made specifically for the Z Flip4. It does come with a kickstand, so it's definitely very nice. And this one is made for the Z Fold4. It holds an S Pen as well as the option of actually having a kickstand. This is something that's a new design from Samsung, and of course, works great with the Z Fold4. We'll start off with the Z Flip4. Pretty straightforward again, just configures, clamps on. There are some slits here, sitting here. Let's go ahead and get it to focus. Hold on. So you can see right there, there's some opening here to allow it to actually snap on pretty nicely. Now, the bottom piece should be put in before the first piece, so that was my mistake. I do apologize. Of course, we can just see that there is a nice little backing here, so we'll go ahead and just slide it down, and now we have a very good fit. The case itself does not need any adhesive because it actually clamps on much nicer. Of course, we have the kickstand here that you can just pop in there, and it holds the phone in this format in case you want to use it, and in case you want to be able to use it and prop it up a little bit more, you could definitely put it up in this format, or even better, if you want to be able to watch content with it, it works great. Very simple, easy, and then of course when you don't want the actual kickstand, just put it down. It does snap on, and of course all of these are actually kind of more for show. There is no screws in there. When you close it, it looks nice. You have that protection over there, opening for both the bottom speaker, the USB-C port, the fingerprint sensor, everything. The glass here is obviously very much you're interfacing with it directly. There is no protection there. Definitely looks like a solid case for a Z Flip4. Now, for the case that comes in for the Z Fold4, pretty straightforward. Again, you do need to remove the adhesive to make sure that it adheres on there. I'm leaving them on here because we're trying so many different cases. I make sure that nothing kind of sticks so that we can remove them easily. The second piece works very nicely, and out of the box comes pre-configured with the kickstand. Now this, again, used for kickstand in this configuration, or even if you open up your fold, set it up the other way, it holds the fold entirely in both setups. And of course, last but not least, downward this way, although I don't feel like this is very sturdy because it's kind of sitting on the hinge directly. So sideways this way, and of course closed with it as well, it works great. Now, the really nice thing is that this entire mechanism is actually a piece that you can remove. And they also include replacement tips for the pen, and they include a full-size actual S Pen. So this is the S Pen that works with the Z Fold. It comes in, there's no battery needed, slides in into the same mechanism spot in there, slaps on, and now it's actually sitting in the back. Now, so it's different than the ones we've seen before. It's not on the left, it's not on the right, it's sitting in the back. We, of course, remove the S Pen, open, start using, close it, put the S Pen back in, and then we're pretty much set. If you don't want it, you want to go in with a little bit, something a little bit thinner, change the container in the back this way, and now you have a kickstand, same design, very nice. Opening, all of that stuff, everything looks great. No glass protection, but should be pretty much compatible with any glass protector. Opening on the bottom, and of course when we open it all the way, provide us that nice little seamless transition in the back where it covers everything. And a little bit of a raised lip around the actual camera modules, but overall a very nice functional case from Samsung that comes with interchangeable pieces that you can change on the go. My hope is that you found something interesting here that will fit your style for your Z Fold4 or your Z Flip4. The biggest thing about these cases is just to make sure to know which one provides you the best options. Now, the most flexible one I probably will say is the protective case for the Z Fold4, because it gave us the ability of having a kickstand, a holder, and all of the stuff that we wanted in one. Although the case from Samsung, the original case with the ability of switching the different modules between the S Pen and the kickstand on the go in such an easy way, made it very, very nice, and it's actually one of my favorite ones at this point. The VRS Design one looks the most to be the most rugged, although I still think that the protective case looked the best. That has that carbon fiber look, and it also has a very nice design. It provides us protection on the side. But you're not going to be disappointed with any one of these cases, as they all provide us a great look as well as very functional protection for our devices. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support, and of course, I'll see you in the next video.